And as far as the Ravens, because, I'm a Ravens fan too. I'm a Ravens fan too. As far as the Ravens, I like seeing that execution. You know what I'm saying? Football, a lot of these football games are won in the margins. You got to win the margins. It's the little sneaky stuff that really does it for you. And they snuck in 3 points at the end of that to make it a 1-point game. But I think JJ McCarthy is a warrior, man. I think he's a warrior, man. I think JJ McCarthy, yeah, man, I still believe in him. He has fire in his heart. Who about to doubt this man? I think he will only get better. And welcome back to Mischief Entertainment, man. As you can see from the screen, we are reacting to the Baltimore Ravens versus the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota, man. So I wasn't gonna react to this. I wasn't gonna react to this because I'm gonna be honest a little bit. I didn't know how to react to it. My two favorite teams going against each other. What would I say? What would I look for? How would I get through this? These are all things going through my mind. I honestly was gonna take a bye week. I was gonna take a bye week, but I got one loyal viewer who's been with me for years. He commented under one of the videos, react to the Vikings versus the Baltimore. Wasn't even a football video. So that's partly why I'm here. And I'm also here because I heard some of the noise around this game. I heard Lamar Jackson had a good game. I heard the Ravens won. And I heard JJ McCarthy threw like 3 picks. So, for the love of the game. And we've been following JJ McCarthy all season. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that rides on JJ McCarthy. The Ravens are in a must-win right now. Can they actually resurge? So it's a multitude of storylines that I could talk about today. So I'm here. Obviously, I still believe in JJ McCarthy. I gotta see from my own eyes how some of these plays look. After the video, we are gonna go to the standings because we are getting really far through this season, man. And I just want to talk about the entire NFL for a moment. You get what I'm saying? But for the moment, we are gonna focus on JJ McCarthy, the Minnesota Vikings, Lamar Jackson, and the Baltimore Ravens, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's get to it. And I heard the Vikings lost, but I'm gonna be honest, man. If I had to predict who was gonna win, I would have picked the Vikings just because they record. I ain't gonna lie. It ain't even that too much better than the Ravens, but it felt like it was that much better than the Ravens. All right, let's see, JJ. That's a clean blitzer. Oh, JJ! And he got hit too.
Standing in with the Kyle Hamilton rush.
Hopefully he's going to come from Draymond Jones.
Yeah, okay, show me something, JJ.
Steps away from pressure, finds Jones on the sideline and out of bounds. He's lined up inside now. He'll rush inside. He'll rush on the edge. McCarthy on 3rd down, floating it up for Naylor, and he drops a dime. Naylor with a move and a stiff arm. Still on his feet. Another stiff arm and down inside the 5.
Oh, no, man. Oh, no, listen. I heard the Vikings lost. Is that true? The Vikings lost? Look at how JJ is coming out to start this ball game. Man, hold on. Okay, come on. Hold on. Let us finish this drive. Let's finish this drive.
It's Jones to the left, and Jones
touchdown
to the end zone. Vikings on top.
Man, we starting strong. They starting strong.
It's amazing how you can impact people. Watch Alohi Gilman right here. It's going to be run down. We get a great block by Christian Darrisaw. Look at that gaping hole. But it was because just the release by those 2 tight ends. Alohi Gilman thinking.
With Zay Flowers in motion, finding Mark Andrews is Lamar Jackson, and that's a pretty good ticket to get a 1st down out to the 44 where Harrison Smith and Jay Ward combine on the stop. Patrick Ricard, the fullback, lining up in front of Henry. Off play action over the middle. Good catch. Sliding down. That ball tried to sneak out the back door on Zay Flowers. So tough in this noise. Jackson slings it over the middle, deflected and incomplete.
Ooh.
It's gone off the hands of 2 tight ends on the last 2 plays. This Isaiah Likely in his first stint in the NFL. This from 44. And Loop sneaks it in.
Okay, Loop, I see you. You are new Tucker. You are new Justin Tucker. Listen, I mess with both teams. This is gonna be a tough video. A flea flicker?
And McCarthy will run. Breaks one tackle. Breaks a second. And short of the first down by 2 yards.
Hey, I feel like that was low-key a bad block on the right side. They so could have got that first down.
Andrews and out of bounds at the 19. Metellus with the tackle, but Andrews couldn't turn it upfield. Face paint.
All right, back to the Vikings.
McCarthy, a little pump, a throw over the middle, and he zips it in to Jalen Naylor, and that's a first down. To the 33.
And when you talk about a young quarterback like JJ McCarthy, if he could have that consistency at the center position, it would help.
Here's Jefferson looking for a block and cannot get away from the rookie Malachi Starks. 49-yard try for Riker. And the kick right down the middle.
10-7. This is a good ball game. So far it's going exactly how I expect it to go. Listen, as far as good defensive play. For as much as I do love the Ravens, real quick, let me get this out real quick. For as much as I do love the Ravens, for as much as I do love Lamar Jackson, for as much as I am a Ravens fan, this entire season is a letdown. And with this entire season being a letdown so far, you know what I'm saying? With this entire season being a letdown so far, it's just hard to think of the Ravens being a better team than the Vikings. And that's just how I'm contemplating it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just wanted to get that out real quick. I felt like the highlights were coming hot and fast.
Jones on the pressure. That gave McCarthy time to find Jefferson. All 3 McCarthy incompletions now are Baltimore passes defended in the stat column. McCarthy finds Adam Thielen, and Thielen out there on the field.
That's a decent amount of yards, 36. Let me see how you operate.
Steps away.
Ooh.
McCarthy floating it for Jefferson downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. His first career interception. And Starks looking for some running room, tracked down from behind by Jordan Addison.
Just because you've broken contain and are scrambling up in the pocket doesn't automatically mean you can go down the field on an explosive play. Make that decision, pull it down.
Yeah, man, I don't like his choice right there. We gotta go back. Show us something. Nah, that ain't what I want to see. Show me the pass. Cause he should have ran it. Let me see something. Run! Oh my! Run! That's 3rd and 6, right? Am I crazy? 3rd and 6. No, it's 3rd and 6. Just run. And we still ain't looking for you to be Cam Newton Superman or Lamar Jackson MVP. We just looking for you to run, slide. You can quarterbacks even jump forward now for slides. I've seen it. They just run and jump forward and give their whole. I feel like
downfield, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi.
But it's cool though. I feel like maybe he gotta learn. Cause it started off perfectly beautiful. Pressure on the outside gets through Minnesota's offensive line. JJ McCarthy with the awareness to step up in the pocket while keeping his eyes down the field, but it was just bad execution at the end.
They ruled him touched down by contact after the pick, which is why the Ravens are back on this end of the field as Lamar Jackson scrambles for a first down to the 33-yard line. Henry on 2nd and 10. Little stiff arm, gets past Harrison Smith.
Man, that's a big man. That's a big man.
For Baltimore. First down and more. Keaton Mitchell into the secondary and down inside the 20.
Hey, I like Keaton Mitchell.
To Zay Flowers, and Flowers upfield and yanked down as he gets.
I heard Travion Henderson went off recently. Travion Henderson. I feel like Keaton Mitchell, right? He got that Travion Henderson potential. He just needs the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Wilson. And it'll bring up 4th down. And that'll sneak through.
All right, what we got going on?
Down. Draymond Jones with pressure. McCarthy gets away and throws this away.
Okay.
And it's short over the middle to Justice Hill, and Hill with a first down. And a timeout used. 30. First down at 10. Pressure coming. Jackson gets rid of it to the sideline. It's likely did not get out of bounds, and then the ball came out at the end of the play.
It's not about yardage right now, it's about the time.
Here's Jackson. Floats it over the middle, back to get it to Zay Flowers, and he turns upfield. Flowers ducks out of bounds at the 25.
10 seconds left, one timeout. What they finna do?
After the 27-yard pitch.
Throw one more play in there. You got 10 seconds. They threw one more play in there.
And we've got a 1-point game in Minneapolis with 2 seconds to play in the first half.
I don't like that from the Vikings at the end of the second. Let me just say that. I don't know, like watching the end of the second quarter, right? I was trying to understand how the Vikings gave the Ravens the football back with so much time left on the clock and so many timeouts. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that can come to my mind is just trying to get JJ McCarthy experience, you know? It's late in the quarter. Let's see if you can make a little magic happen, McCarthy. You probably believe in yourself. I've seen how McCarthy talks and how he walks. You probably believe in yourself, McCarthy. Let's see what we could do. And unfortunately, they didn't get it. But then on the opposite side, you know, I'll be coming on here a lot. I talk about momentum. It's a 1-point game now. It's a 1-point game now. And even though the Ravens didn't score in those last 30 seconds of the second half, that has to feel good going to the halftime. I'd like it. Oh, it's a 1-point game. Oh, yeah, we still up in this. This is basically 0-0. And as far as the Ravens, you know, because, you know, I'm a Ravens fan too. You know, I'm a Ravens fan too. As far as the Ravens, I like seeing that execution. You know what I'm saying? Football, a lot of these football games are won in the margins. You got to win the margins. It's the little sneaky stuff that really does it for you. And they snuck in 3 points at the end of that to make it a 1-point game.
On 2nd and 5 off the play fake, McCarthy will check it short. The catch made by Addison, who spins off contact and is close to the first down. Nate Wiggins didn't. On 3rd and 1, McCarthy looking deep. Down the middle, Jefferson and Humphrey get tangled up, and it's an interception by Marlon Humphrey. Humphrey trying to find some room to run, and
hey, can I get an overhead view of that? What just happened?
Just not there. You see the little stumble right here by Justin Jefferson. Just kind of gets caught up. But I agree with the play call. It's not executed well, especially on the outside by Justin Jefferson.
I don't agree with the play call, and I ain't even gonna lie. 3rd and 1, they were set up in that strong formation. I thought they was gonna run it. I don't know, man. I feel like you gotta run it right there. You gotta run it right there. And then looking at the play unfold too, right? And I know we get the leisure of sitting back and seeing that if they did run that football, it looked like there was gonna be a gaping hole for the run. But guys, when it comes to football, right? And I say this a lot when I say fancy play calling and all of that. You know what I'm saying? The fancy play calling. Let's keep it simple. Can we keep it simple? First, can you do the X's and O's right? Okay? Can you do the X's and O's right? Can you do the simple stuff? And, you know, I feel like they just got a little too greedy right there. A little too gready. A little too much right there. You should have just ran it. Get the first down. Reset up. Keep your young quarterback, what's the word? Confident. Keep your young quarterback confident.
His spot to the outside. Positive yardage and much more. Inside the 10 and down to the 5 goes Charlie Kohler. He's 2 for 7 on 3rd down today. Jackson. Nobody open. All the way back to the 20. He'll throw this out of the back of the end zone. Vikings defense stiffening.
That defense is crazy, man.
And the Ravens take the lead. 12. Price from the goal line.
All right, they're letting us watch it. Let's see some magic. Oh, nah, he down. He down. I can tell he down from watching it.
The football game, and it's special teams. Miles Price is coming off an outstanding game last week against Detroit. And there's the fumble right there. Was his knee down before that ball came out?
I don't know. So yeah, he's down.
We can see it here.
No.
No.
A
61-yard
down.
99-yard touchdown return called back. Baltimore has struggled a little bit with their coverage.
McCarthy, why you mad?
On that kickoff, and it ends up getting him a football. Now Jackson off play action. Lamar going to run with it, and the 2-time MVP down. Jackson Looks for Bateman. He plucks it, turns upfield. Bateman lunging for the goal line. He's down at the 1.
I feel like he got in. That was a great play. Oh, well,
Smith
they in
to
now.
the goal line, trying to burrow in for the touchdown. No signal.
All right, y'all. Now we're going to get JJ McCarthy back out there, okay? As far as the Ravens right now, I don't think this is the greatest game for them right now. JJ McCarthy, as far as like my bad. As far as completion percentage, I feel like JJ McCarthy is doing decent. He's doing decent as kind of like a field general. That first interception I felt like was, him being young. The second one, I'm not sure if it was a chemistry thing between him and Justin Jefferson, because JJ did fall, was a little bit of an accuracy thing too. It was just completely out of Justin Jefferson's catch radius. I'm not sure. But as far as how is JJ McCarthy's playing, I feel like he's playing decent, But with that being said, again, with another but, I feel like the Vikings are kind of underperforming. Like you watch the Vikings, and I feel like so far you can see that they're kind of like being held back. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of their young quarterback. For a team that's supposed to be in the Super Bowl picture, you know what I'm saying? And I am a Vikings fan. I don't want to sit here today and see the Ravens just blow out the Vikings. I don't necessarily want to see that, but I'm just saying as far as Super Bowl contender, I feel like they should be doing much better than what they're doing. You got to remember, right? They didn't score a touchdown in the first half. It was only field goals. And then the only reason they really got that touchdown is because it came off of a fumble, and they was already on that side of the field. So they were just cleaning it up. As far as how the Ravens are supposed to look, I feel like I love Lamar Jackson, but then they just traded Jair Alexander. What was going on with that? Now, for as far as much as I do love both of my teams, I gotta sit here today and honestly admit they both might need another year. They both might need another year. Now, I do love them, but you just got to be honest, man.
To have the football. Now what can they do with it? Here's Mason. And Jordan Mason, good run on first down to the 46-yard line.
All right. This angry JJ McCarthy. Show me something, angry JJ McCarthy.
And a good open field tackle by Marlon Humphrey. Leaves him 2 yards short of the first down. 4th and 2 for Minnesota.
Cool. 4th and 2.
McCarthy looking. Trying to fit it into Jordan Addison. There is a flag down. Nate Wiggins on the coverage. The flag is on the opposite side of the field. Jackson, sidearm incomplete. Pretty good sudden change defense here, Daryl, from this. This would be an NFL law. Good snap and hold, and the kick is...
Ooh, just to the outside.
No good.
Listen,
Luke.
Luke.
Didn't miss by much.
I'm starting to have a little love for you, Luke. But prime Justin Tucker would have hit that. Maybe you're not in your prime, Luke. I'm going to give you time to get in your prime, Luke.
Well for the Vikings so far. McCarthy on first down. He'll check it.
You said this has not been going well for the Vikings so far? It's been decent. It's been decent.
It certainly feels like it needs to be time for Minnesota if they're going to march back in this one. Jefferson, the motion man, and the pitch to Jones. Jones got some blocking, and Jones with a good run. Back-to-back good plays to start this offensive possession.
They know they can do this. They know they can flip the switch and start playing well again.
Here's Jefferson on the sideline, chased out by Nate Wiggins.
Third and 15. That's tough. This is tough. This is 3rd and 15.
Looking for Jefferson again. The pass is incomplete. Awuzie with the coverage. 43-yard try for Will Reichard, and the kick is good. He's perfect.
6-point game. Hey, we still got a ball game for the most point.
Henry behind the block of Ricard into the secondary.
Henry behind the blocker is dangerous.
Kind of getting there in a hurry.
Jackson, tough window to fit that into, and he finds DeAndre Hopkins. It's Henry. With room, another slip. He does have the first down, but Jackson. Quarterback sweep. Got a block. Going airborne and down to the 2.
Good tackle to save the day, Rodgers, but y'all got to bend out break then.
Back of the end zone, and it is caught. Mark Andrews with the touchdown.
You didn't have your 3 tight ends spread out to the right like they do here, but it looks like quarterback sweep again. And then they just...
Pressure coming. Jackson finds the open
Wide
man.
open.
Rashad
Wide
for
open.
2 for the touchdown. And then 2 more on top of that. It's a lot. He averages on the year 327 per game.
That's insane.
On first down, it's Mason. And Mason showing a little power, trucking Nate Wiggins on his way to the 41. The defense has as well. McCarthy under pressure from that defense. There was nobody open downfield. And down he goes. First sack of the day, and it's Travis Jones who gets... McCarthy looking wide of Jefferson at the 2. Wiggins on the coverage. It's a turnover on downs.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. But I think JJ McCarthy is a warrior, man. I think he's a warrior, man. I think JJ McCarthy, yeah, man. I still believe in him. He has fire in his heart. Who about to doubt this man? I think he will only get better, but it's most definitely a tough game to watch so far. He's played decent, even like I would say the way you expect him to play. You take out the interceptions, and I think this looks like a very different ball game. So you really gotta take account the interceptions and him being young. That was the first interception, and then it was just a chemistry thing. The second interception. But yeah, JJ McCarthy, it ain't too bad of a game. You know, I feel like I've seen worse from you. I've seen worse from you, so I don't mind seeing this too much, you know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, for as much as I love y'all, it's kind of, y'all are on a different level, okay? Let's be honest, okay? The Vikings, we knew this entire season was going to come down to how good JJ McCarthy was going to be. We are constantly getting our answer that he's about decent right now. You know, it's going to be up and down. For the Ravens, though, y'all are at a different level, like I was starting to say. Y'all was supposed to be competing for the #1 seed in the AFC. Y'all was supposed to be competing for a Super Bowl. So the level is different. And as far as watching y'all play the Vikings, because I watched y'all beat up on the Dolphins, you know, I celebrated that Lamar Jackson's back and all of that, you know what I'm saying? But let's dive a little deeper, you know what I'm saying? Let's dive a little deeper. I still question whether they can compete with some of the top talent in the NFL, and they're going to have to go out and prove that. They really are. If this is the Sam Darnold Vikings or even the Kirk Cousins Vikings, I feel like the scoreboard might look different. The scoreboard might look different. I still have questions about the Ravens' identity, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are the Ravens now? I don't feel like it's defense, because in the past the identity was defense and toughness and hard hitting and Ray Lewis and Ed Reed and Holota Nagata and all of those guys. You get what I'm saying? Now, I feel like for the first time in Ravens history, you know, the person who's supposed to represent the team is the quarterback, and it's just a little bit of a different feeling. I feel like they haven't figured out yet, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna leave it at that, and so we get back to these highlights.
And incomplete. First and 15 now at the 30. And McCarthy will zip it in, a juggling grab made by Jordan Addison into Ravens territory and down inside the 45. Mike, thanks so much. McCarthy under pressure. Somehow he gets away. And McCarthy will throw on the run. And a juggling catch is made inside the 10 by Jalen Naylor. McCarthy to the back of the end zone. It's Naylor reaching out. He got his feet in. It's a touchdown.
It's not bad coverage by Nate Wiggins. This is just excellent by JJ McCarthy and Jalen Naylor. They have really developed some really good chemistry. Look at the drag there. That's really well done. Good location with the throw by JJ McCarthy. Gives his receiver an opportunity to make a play on the ball. That's where he went last week.
No, I like that, though. I like that, though. And I don't think that's garbage time. Y'all got to remember, we're talking about a young QB, and this is basically his rookie season. I like that. No, I like watching this drive because, like I said, he has this fire in his chest. The way he walks, the way he talks, the way he carries himself is different than every other quarterback in the league, and that's why I believe in him. I'm not saying he's going to be the best one. But I'm saying what we need him to do for the Vikings to be able to have a successful season, that leads to a Super Bowl, I believe he might be able to do that. I mean, Jalen Hurts got a Super Bowl ring, right? And y'all say he barely even a quarterback. That's what y'all say. So, I mean, I like seeing this drive, man. He got to get his accuracy together. He's thrown it deep, I believe, twice on this drive, and each time he's thrown it deep, I feel like it was a coin toss. But he's beat the 50% chance 2 or 3 times this drive, and I like seeing that, man. He's gonna progress. I just believe in his progression.
McCarthy looking for Jefferson. It's incomplete. Awuzie out there in coverage, and Jefferson.
And you're trying to run a rub. Watch these two defenders switch it. I'm going to stay inside. You're going to go outside. So don't go with your man back to the inside. You wait outside because somebody's going to return into that space. Good defense by the Ravens. We've been saying that a lot.
No, that's great defense. That's great defense.
Vikings will have a chance. Jackson batted at the line, and Jackson spikes it down. Andrew Van Ginkel with the deflection. That's big for Minnesota because the clock stops with 1:55 to go.
But that is huge.
To stretch the lead. McCarthy from the end zone. Gonna run. McCarthy with some
speed. With some speed.
34. 3rd and 11. Pressure coming. McCarthy will tuck and run again. Trying to get to the outside, and it's Martin.
That's cool because it's 4 down territory anyways. Let's go.
Ravens rush just 3. McCarthy. Clock continuing to wind. McCarthy directed traffic. All kinds of time running off. He throws incomplete, and the Ravens will take a snap. They'll take.
But everybody on that play design had turned and went downfield to try and get free in the man coverage.
And here come the Baltimore Ravens.
3rd consecutive win. I like it. I like it.
The division after their 2nd win. Well, now they've won 3 straight wins.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Hold on. Keep us on this screen right here. Don't change nothing. Don't change nothing. Who should we start with? The Vikings or the Ravens? Who we should start with? The Vikings or the Ravens? Real quick, let's go with the Ravens. The Vikings are a team I consider a very good football team, and they were obviously held back by their young quarterback. I've already celebrated with y'all the fact that Lamar Jackson is back. I am a Ravens fan, but you know, guys, we're gonna celebrate that all season. Let's not forget about what the goal was. Let's not forget about who we are supposed to be. I like the Ravens, so you know, I clap for them, I cheer for them. Lamar Jackson's back, great game, all of that, and they have won 3 in a row, but they've kind of run 3 in a row against. Y'all see the shoulder? Y'all see the shoulder? Y'all see the shoulder? They've won 3 games in a row against teams that we thought they would beat. Teams they were supposed to beat. And now I understand people getting their flowers and giving people their flowers and all that. Hold on, I changed. No, we're not doing that right now. And I understand giving people their flowers and all of that. But you don't get too much credit for doing what you're supposed to do. Y'all understand what I'm saying? If someone pops up tomorrow and was like, I brushed my teeth twice yesterday, you want me to clap for you? That's what you're supposed to do. I paid my bills. I would hope so. That's what you're supposed to do. So it's nice to see, in a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? But again, I'm still waiting for the Ravens to go against some of the top talent in the league, and that's when the 2nd celebration will start. Till then, I'm still going to be a little skeptical. I'm still going to be a little hard on them. There's some things they can figure out with some of these practice games they got, but I want to see you do it against one of the big dogs. I want to see you do it against one of the big dogs now. You know what I'm saying? Big dogs. As far as the Vikings, like I continuously say on this channel so much, we knew this entire season came down to JJ McCarthy. Now, I still think JJ McCarthy could be a good quarterback. It's just hard for me to sit here as a Vikings fan and kind of like give up on the entire season. You know what I'm saying? But it's very hard to also be here as a sports fan and then look y'all in the eyes and tell y'all by the end of the year, JJ McCarthy is going to be like, you know, good enough quarterback to win 3 playoff games and get the Vikings to the Super Bowl and win. Like, let's be a little realistic here. You know what I'm saying? For as much as I love these teams, you know, as much as I love them. So as far as the prospect, as far as who is the quarterback of JJ McCarthy, I feel like we are in good hands. I believe in our coach to develop him. I believe in that fire JJ McCarthy has in his chest. And I don't want to say it because he's just so great, but it's just that Kobe feeling. You know, the air, you know, Kobe Bryant airballed those threes. Y'all remember that? It's just this feels like a giant airball for JJ McCarthy this season. This is a tough season, a lot of expectations, a lot on his back. I'm excited to see who he could become and who he will be. He has that fire. There's so many different ways that I feel like people could go about the process. But at every step of the way, JJ McCarthy is looking at it like, I will get better. I might not like what's happening right now. There's more meat on the bone. He said that. There's a myriad of things he said, but I will get better. I will persevere through this. And I really like that from him. So that's going to sum up the summary of the game. You know, good game. I like watching that. I like watching. Don't let the fact that the Giants and the Bears logo is up there, man, distract you. Don't let that distract you. Oh yeah, I might be reacting to Caleb Williams next week. I heard the Bears are like 6-3. The Chicago Bears are 6-3. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm finna go to the standings right now. Man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Video not over, but you know, if y'all just here for the reaction, we are finna talk about the standings just a little bit. So let's talk about the standings, man. The New England Patriots are 8-2 in the AFC East, man. It's just kind of crazy to see. They've won 7 in a row. I don't understand how they've done it. And then the Buffalo Bills, the Bills are 6-3, and they just come off that tragic loss like the football gods. What do I tell y'all about the football gods? Then we got to go to the AFC North, right? The AFC North has the Pittsburgh Steelers in first place. But of course, just like the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're leaving room for the Ravens to sneak in and steal the whole thing. The Bengals are being the Bengals and the Browns are being the Browns. It's just crazy to see. And let's get to the AFC South. Now, I know there are only 4 teams in the AFC South, but seeing the Jacksonville Jaguars in second, I know the Titans got a rookie quarterback. I know the Titans don't have that much talent. And just seeing the Jacksonville Jaguars in second is shocking to me. 5-4 is absolutely insane. But what's even more insane is that it's Daniel Jones. When I made my preseason prediction, right, I said that the Colts were going to have a good season. I didn't predict it was going to be this good. Daniel Jones is absolutely turning heads. And the crazy part about all of this, right, is hold on. Okay, let's talk about the AFC West real quick. The Broncos, 82, the Chargers, 7-3, right? All of these teams, and it's just the AFC, right? All these teams in the AFC is still a toss-up. And that's how we all feel about it. Like, we're still watching every week to see if we can get a true gauge on who the top teams are in the NFL. Each team, we still have a question about whether it's their coaching or the talent on the team or the quarterback who is leading the team. Because I know that's why I like the Colts. I really do. But I'm just questioning the Colts. Could we see a Sam Darnold type thing happen with them? I mean, Sam Darnold played great until the money was on the line. Is the same thing going to happen to Daniel Jones? It's just so much that can happen. Denver Broncos and Bo Nix. I don't know what it is about it. I'm going to have to react to some Broncos highlights. I'm going to have to. I don't know. Should I say it? I don't got Bo Nix. He's just not one of the quarterbacks I saw overthrowing some of the other quarterbacks, and it's really just throwing my mind for a loop. But shout out Bo Nix. Let's talk about the NFC. Of course, the Philadelphia Eagles got the NFC East on lock. Of course they do, because the Dallas Cowboys were going to be the Dallas Cowboys. We all knew this. We knew this. Cowboys are the Cowboys every year. That's why we watch. If they're not absolutely horrible, they're just good enough to trick their fans into thinking they could possibly win the Super Bowl when all they're really doing is struggling to make the playoffs. It's the Cowboys. I love the Cowboys. Now listen, the Commanders, and then I know Daniels is hurt now. The New York Giants are the Giants, man. They've been the Giants. And you get to the NFC North. Now this is the crazy part, right? Now I understand the tie, right? I understand the tie, that the Green Bay Packers have one tie. But looking at the NFC North, there's essentially a three-way tie for first place. And it's between the Packers, the Lions, and the Bears. It's absolutely insane. The Bears are 6-3. Never have I ever, in my entire life, seen a Bears team that was 6-3. Is this real? And I heard they play the Packers next week. What? Oh, come on, man. Primetime game. And then you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFC South leading the way with the Panthers. I like the Panthers. 5-5. The Falcons being the Falcons. I told you. They got a lot of talent on their team. They just don't know how to consistently use their talent to, get dubs. That's their problem. The Saints are the Saints. The Saints have been just horrible. I shouldn't laugh at y'all paying like that, but it ain't my fault. Y'all been just absolutely horrible. And then we got the Seattle Seahawks, 7-2 with Sam Darnold. Listen, I like the Seahawks. I like what I'm seeing from the Seahawks. I like Sam Darnold. I got some respect for Sam Darnold, you know what I'm saying? But again, he's one of those people where you got the questions like, how is he going to perform in the playoffs? I mean, honestly, guys, we got to talk about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has been having jitters in the playoffs for how many years of his career? And Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones are just going to figure it out this year. Josh Allen has been a good quarterback for how long in the NFL and cannot get to the Super Bowl? Like, it's just questions. It's just questions about some of these things. And it's just amazing to see some of the teams that are at the top, right? But it is sort of sense not really at the top because we got questions about them. Oh man, that's all I wanted to do right there. I just wanted to talk about each NFL team real quick. We're gonna do the entire league. Let's put the top teams of the league on the screen. The Colts, number 1, with the Broncos, number 2, and the Patriots, number 3, all 8-2. It's absolutely crazy. Sam Darnold has the Seattle Seahawks at 7-2. I couldn't imagine that. A 6-3. Yeah, you might be like it's one win, one loss difference. But the feeling of 6-3 versus a 7-2 is very different. It's very different. But yeah, these are your top teams of the league so far. Every time I think the season is gonna calm down, it just gets more exciting. It just gets more exciting. And I just want to say, if you made it to this point of the video, I'm glad you followed. Thank you for watching at this point, because this kind of like extra credit. Just me just babbling on a little bit, talking about the NFL a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you being here. But this is gonna be the end of the video at this point, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah. It's getting time. They're releasing playoff pictures now. We're at the playoff picture part of the season. This is amazing. This is amazing. It's been fun. The entire year has been great. Shout out to y'all. Y'all really made this great too. For all y'all have done for the channel and everything. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. I'm finally out. I can't talk no more.